Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, a lot of you ask me, and a lot of times I ask myself, is it long iron or hybrid that's best for me, or is it what's best for you? So, as a lot of you know that I'm a 2-iron player. I love my 2-iron, but quite recently it's been in the bag and been a bit of a paperweight. It's been added weight. I fell out of love with it and I've lost a little bit of confidence with it, and quite often I'm questioning, could I have a 3-iron and a 2 hybrid? Do I now want to get more head covers in the bag and have a 2 hybrid and a 3 hybrid and then the 4-iron? Or do I want a 2-iron and a 3-iron? Because I've said in other videos, like, oh, I wish I had a 3-iron. I think it's very much course dependent or conditions dependent that I want to have those options. But for everyday golf where it's nice weather, it's a decent course that you can hit the ball high, it will stop on greens, etc. Is having 2 hybrids better than having 2 irons? So today I've obviously got my 3 hybrid that you know is in the bag and the 2 iron, but now I've ordered for myself a 3 iron, which is the Srixon ZX Utility, and a 2 hybrid, which is the Srixon ZX Hybrid. So I'm going to hit a few shots with each. So I'm not going to hit every shot, but I'll show you the data at the end. And I want to see if the best combination for me for consistency of distance. So my 4-iron goes about 210. I can get out to 220 if I really step on it. But as I'm getting older, I'm getting a little bit slower. And actually I want more control than I want distance these days. So is having hybrids better? So today I'm going to put the 2-iron, the 3-iron, the 2 hybrid and the 3 hybrid to the test and see which gives me the best dispersion, the best distance and dispersion when it comes to standard deviation, and just see which is the best to go into my bag. That gives me more options. One thing I will say that is if people are thinking of getting long irons or hybrids and that's that dilemma that you've got, the one thing I will say is to have anything higher than possibly a 5-iron in your bag, you need to have a little bit of speed because there's less loft on the club, so you need more speed to be able to get the ball in the air and get that launch. So if you're quite a slow swing player, I'd always look at hybrids or 5-7 woods as opposed to 4 and 3 irons. You may feel they'll go further, but they probably won't carry further. It's just that they'll go a little bit lower and maybe run on a little bit. So it's kind of one of those decisions you need to look at. But today, I'm going to put some of these to the test and we'll see what happens. Right, we're going to start with a 3-iron and then the 3 hybrid and then the 2-iron and then the 2 hybrid. Because I want to see what the options are, I want to see what their dispersion's like, what their standard deviation front to back is like. I don't expect it to be super tight because these are long irons, but I just want it to be there or thereabouts. 3-iron needs to be 220 to 225 as a standard shot, not as a sort of all-out whack, let's say. A little bit toey, so there'll be a little bit of a drop off there. Good for distance, though. Good for direction, though. But I would expect that drop off because I caught it a little bit out the toe. What I love about these clubs, these ZX Utilities, is the forgiveness off the face. If this was like a proper 3-iron or a set 3-iron, there is no chance. Right, I'm going to rattle off 6 shots with this, just so we've got the data. Around on that one a little bit. Okay, so that's 6 shots with the 3-iron. just closing the face a little bit too much. Like I said, just something that's going on with my long irons at the minute, losing a little bit of confidence. But we'll see. Let's get the 3 hybrid out. Right, so let's move on to the 3 hybrid then. Really enjoyed hitting this recently out on the course, and not actually wished I had a 3 iron. Sometimes wished I had a 2 hybrid. So see how this goes. Yeah, I love that. Love that. 235, probably too far, to be perfectly honest. Probably too far. 4 iron is like 210, but I can get it out to 220. 235 is probably a bit far. That's where I'd want the 2 hybrid to go. That's a little bit more like it, 220. Right, let's rattle off 6 shots with this. Right, one more with this, and you can definitely see there's a massive difference in peak heights. But the forgiveness in this, like I didn't think that was a very good shot. I didn't feel like one. But the end result was fantastic. It's just so much easier to hit. So much easier to hit. Okay, let's get the 2 iron out. Okay, so 2 iron is normally an off the tee club for me, but I need that versatility to be able to play it off the ground as well. And I think what the 3 iron and the 3 hybrid have shown you is how the hybrid can help you if you're having a bad swing day, whereas an iron will punish you if you're having a bad swing day. And that 3 iron wasn't my greatest display of iron play I've ever had, but that hybrid was pretty good. Right, 2 iron. Very necky. But a lot lower, so you can see if it's into wind, like it's a very windy day, the 2 iron and the 3 iron would be a really good option, or having one of each because you could be downwind and you want that height at the same time. That was a good hit, but probably going to go a bit left. No, that's all right, that. Good shot shape. But you can just see straight off there, the 2 iron is going as far as the 3 hybrid, because you need so much speed to be able to get these irons out there. And if you're not feeling it, it's just not going to happen. Whereas the 3 hybrid has got so much help behind it and helps launch that ball better, you're going to get further distance. Oh, that's just, that's not bad, but like, it just punishes you so much more. So much more. Right, let's rattle off these last 3. Right, that's a decent one to actually finish with. And it just goes to show, like, if you hit a decent one, it's there. But for me at the moment, with these long irons, because it's so up there and so confidence based, I'm struggling to get the maximum out of it. Right, 2 hybrid to finish. Okay, so now onto the 2 hybrid. Now, a lot of you might think, Lee, it's a 16 degree, your 3 woods 15 degree, they're very similar lofts. They are, but I just feel like they're going to, the 3 wood's going to go a little bit higher, travel a little bit further just because of the mass behind it, whereas this is going to be a little bit lower. Now, yardage wise, it's difficult for me because the 3 hybrid is going 230, so I need this to be going 240 and above. And then I need to look at the 4 iron if it is a 210 club, or whether I'm going to have to maybe look at the yardages and maybe have bigger gaps at the top. All right, so 2 hybrid to finish. Yeah, it's just a great shot. So that's gone 243. So going a decent yardage, and it's a lot lower as well, which is nice to see. So I didn't really strike that one, but it's done really well. And this is where the hybrid comes into its own. 246, like, yeah, this is exactly what I think I need at that top end. Right, I'm going to rattle these off, then we'll look at the data. Right, so last one with a 2 hybrid. Some really good hits in there. Really good hits. A really good one to finish. Okay, so let's look at the data and see if we can get to some form of a decision. Right, okay, so if we look at the data then, so 3 iron, 2 iron, 3 iron, 3 hybrid, 2 hybrid. And you can see here on the trajectories that the irons definitely go lower, so they're definitely an option when it's a windier day. Then the 3 hybrid goes a little bit higher, and the 2 hybrid sits in the middle. Ball speed is a lot faster off the hybrid, what I'd expect it to do, and that's why I'm saying you need that speed in your swing to be able to get the most out of an iron, whereas a hybrid will just help you with the way its characteristics of the club. Spin is all very similar. You know, standard deviation is a lot tighter with the irons, which is what I would expect. Yardages though, 218 and 218 for the irons. They're getting there in different ways, but they're the same. And for me, the 3 iron felt easier to hit. But if we look at the standard, at the dispersion circles, this red one and the yellow one are the irons, this blue one and this blue one are the hybrids. And when it comes to yardages, we've got 227 with a 3 hybrid as an average with a 7 standard deviation, which I'm happy with when it comes to a hybrid, and then 239 with a 7 standard deviation with a 2 hybrid. It's a much tighter dispersion. That 2 iron is just 15 yards. It's so difficult to hit, and if you're not on your game, you're not going to get the most out of it. If my 4 iron goes 210, 215 as an average, then the 3 hybrid sits well, then the 2 hybrid at 240, and then we're talking 250-ish upwards with the 3 wood, even though the lofts are very similar. So off this basis, I'd love to know what you think, comment down below, but for me, unless I'm having a really good confident swing day, or it's windy, or I'm on a links course and I need a bit of extra run, I think I've got to put more head covers in the bag. So there we are, that's what I would do to test myself of what clubs to put in my bag, and it's a good way for you guys at home to be able to test it as well. I'm sure your local pros have got simulators or launch monitors and things that they will let you guys hire out for, I don't know, whatever, for an hour's practice. And in that practice, instead of just whacking balls, maybe test new clubs. If you're in the market for new clubs and you're thinking, do I want this, do I want that? Put them to the test and do a test like this and see if it's something that would work for you. For me, at this stage now, I think I've got to start putting more head covers in my bag. I am bordering on nearly 40 years old now. Yes, I've got speed, that's not an issue, but you know, sometimes you've just got to be on your game when it comes to long irons and 2 and 3 irons. You know, you've just got to be on your game all the time, whereas I'm not. But the dispersion was better with these. So, like, I didn't hit these very well today, I don't feel, but because of the way these are manufactured and the way they're designed to help people, it kind of got me out of the proverbial a little bit by just recovering and giving me that forgiveness, whereas an iron isn't going to do that. So I've got the 2 iron and the 3 iron, and I've got the 2 hybrid and the 3 hybrid as well. But for the everyday round of golf, unless the conditions suggest otherwise, the 2 iron is now coming out, which is a big surprise to me because I love my 2 iron, but it's coming out, and I'm going to put the 2 hybrid in the bag to go alongside the 3 hybrid as well. Anyway guys, let me know what you think. Comment down below, you know, what would you put in the bag? Would you put a 2 iron and a 3 iron in, or a 2 hybrid, or a mix and match of each and all? That's the perks of my job a little bit, is I've got the facilities, I've got the means to be able to get clubs like this. You know, I do have to pay for some of them. I have had to pay for the hybrid and the 3 iron. Yes, I get them at a slightly discounted rate, but so I know I've got that versatility to be able to do this in the test. But your pros who do fitting should be able to allow you to do that test yourself with their fitting kits at the same time. So definitely do test this out before you go and purchase anything. Just so you make sure you've got the right thing in your bag, you're confident when you go out on a golf course. And that's basically what 90% of golf is. It's all up here. The swing very rarely, you know, it very rarely changes. It's just sometimes you are confident, sometimes you're not. Anyway, if you've liked this video, click the like button down below. And also, if you are new here or you're not yet subscribed, do click that subscribe button down below as well. It is completely free to do, and it does help me get this channel growing. We're closing in on 9,000 subscribers. Not going to hit my targets this year, but I'd love to be able to get growing next year. And there's something exciting coming very, very soon as well. But I'm going to leave that with you for the time being, and I'll see you all on the next video.